Three books, according to you, everyone must read.
School books, because that's how you and I think people miss out on religious texts these days. I would just tell them to also read that, so as to see that there could be striking similarities between what we study now and those texts written then. Those are different layers of cryptography. It's like condensed metaphors, but if you want to see, you can see these things. So that is very fascinating. So they should also read. And the third thing that I think everyone should read is coding. Just like one language is required for any career, like doctor, you need to know English or Hindi or anything like that. In 3 to 5 years, everyone will be required to know coding.
If you could meet any historical figure, who would it be?
Mr. Gandhi.
Why?
I find his ideologies very, very exciting. More exciting than what I thought as a kid when I was reading what he did. So now I understand its value, just not in moral and moral sense or ethics sense, but also in terms of getting people together and making them good individually and as a team. So that's great. हाई टाइम से भी अगर कुछ ज़्यादा इमीडिएट टाइम हो सकता है तो वो टाइम है अभी, बिकॉज दिस इज़ फॉर श्योर आवर इग्नोरेंस कैन नॉट स्टॉप व्हाट इज़ इनएविटेबल. और मैं जो इनविटेबिलिटी की बात कर रहा हूँ वो है जो अभी टेक्नोलॉजी से भी आएगी. आपको मैं एक फैक्ट देता हूँ. 65% ऑफ द किड्स हु आर गोइंग टू किंडरगार्टन दिस ईयर विल एंड अप, इफ दे एवर एंड अप हैविंग अ जॉब, will end up working for technologies that are still not invented yet. तो जब ऐसा होता है तो स्कूल्स को भी पता नहीं होता कि वो पढ़ाएं क्या. तो अभी हम ऐसे स्टेट पे हैं कि हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हमें पढ़ाना भी क्या चाहिए. तो हम कितना अच्छा पढ़ते हैं और आपस में हमारी रैंकिंग क्या है, ये तो इममटीरियल हो गया. मैं आपको पूरे ग्लोबल प्रॉब्लम बता रहा हूँ. हमें नया नॉलेज स्ट्रक्चर बना रहे हैं एजुकेशन का, जिसमें हम इमोशनल क्वोशंट पे ज़्यादा ध्यान दे रहे हैं, जिसमें हम बच्चों को ये बता रहे हैं कि अननोन सिचुएशंस में कैसे डील करें, क्योंकि हमेशा अननोन सिचुएशंस ही होंगे अब, क्योंकि अब रेट ऑफ चेंज इंक्रीज़ हो रहा है. पहले चेंज कांस्टेंट था, अब रेट ऑफ चेंज इंक्रीज़ हो रहा है. तो हमें ही नहीं पता कि क्या होने वाला है. सो फॉर दैट योर इमोशनल स्टेबिलिटी इज़ वेरी वेरी रिक्वायर्ड. सो इमोशनल क्वोशंट पे ज़्यादा ध्यान दिया जा रहा है. कोडिंग सिखाई जा रही है बच्चों को, क्योंकि अगर आपको कोडिंग नहीं आती 5 साल के अंदर, अभी जैसे आप, मैं कुछ भी हो सकता हूँ, आप कुछ भी हो सकते हैं. जैसे हमें अंग्रेज़ी आती है, हमें मैथमेटिक्स आता है, वर्किंग नॉलेज है जिससे हम लोग बात कर सकते हैं. 5 साल के बाद कोडिंग वैसी चीज़ हो जाएगी. और हमारा इग्नोरेंस, हमें नहीं पता है, लोग इस बारे में बात नहीं करते हैं, विल नॉट स्टॉप इट फ्रॉम कमिंग. अगर लोग इसके बारे में पता, सबके पास गूगल है, गूगल पे जाएँ, पता करें. ये सारी चीज़ें हो रही हैं, ये होंगी नहीं, हो रही हैं. एंड इट हैज़ ऑलवेज बीन लाइक दिस. फ्यूचर इज़ ऑलरेडी हियर. इट इज़ जस्ट अनइवनली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. उसको पूरा आने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, लेकिन आ जाएगा. आज नहीं तो कल आ ही जाएगा, क्योंकि इट इज़ इनोवेटेबल, इट इज़ मैथमेटिकल, इट इज़ दैट प्रिसाइज.
This is Shruti from Kolkata. Who's your favorite author?
Kurt Vonnegut.
Okay. This is Riza from Malaysia. He loves reading literature. Which ones are his favorite?
The Unbearable Lightness of Being, 100 Years of Solitude, and Norwegian Wood.
Right. Your interest in literature is as diverse as Virginia Woolf to Mormon.
Yeah. Yes.
You have this tendency of posting couplets from prominent poets. You've been posting Nida Fazli Saab. You've posted Jazbi Saab, which I think a lot of people wouldn't even be maybe knowing, because he's a very classical poet.
Absolutely.
And since I'm from Aligarh, so I know that because he is from Aligarh.
Ji.
So how important is reading, or maybe pursuing certain hobbies for any creative person, and how it impacts their art, creative art?
I think it's very important. That's the only thing, by the way, which is in our hand to be creative. There are many things because of which we become creative, but the only thing that is so dynamic that it's in our hand completely, which will make us more creative, is this learning. And learning new things, by the way, just not learning one thing. Learning new things and learning the same thing in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So you learn different things and you learn the same thing in different ways. And there's this thing which we understand now, that the more you learn, the less time it takes to learn more. So you become,
brain
so
becomes
generally,
tuned.
so generally we think that, oh, we are left with so much time, we are so busy in our lives, and there are so many years left. How many things we can learn? What will happen? No, it's not that. The more you learn, the lesser it will take for you to learn even more. And that's a very key thing to understand. So you will start learning many things. Things that you will try for the first time will be 50%, easier for you than anybody else. And it is not about competing, let me tell you. Of course, when you have 10, 12 skills, you will take care of yourself for the rest of your life. With one skill you can. By the way, with no skill you can, if you're smart. And that happens all the time. But say that you have 10, 12 skills. And also, you're not stopping because you like doing it. Then you're saved for the rest of your life. So it is not about competing at all. So it is more about now, like, do you want to come and we have the experience together. So it's more about coming together than competing.